the moment. Can't let one good thing ride you. Same token applies. You can't let one bad thing ride you. I don't mind if people try and fail, but giving up is too easy. Everyone can give up. Not everyone can succeed. And in order to succeed, you need to try. And giving up is no way in the path of succeeding. So, yeah, I'm worried, but it's a good kind of worry. I feel alive. That's a good thing. I think, for the most part, there's enough time. It's not like they're trying to get me, you know. They're not out to get me. They give you just enough so that you have enough to learn, so that you can prove to them that you've learned what they've given you. Look at it that way. They're not trying to trick you. They are not trying to trick you. Someone in my class, they've already given up. And you got to be careful to stay away from those influences. You have to know your path, and you have to have a shield to those kinds of influences. You have to be strong. You have to lead. You have to be the first to act and not the next person to react. You gotta be bold in your answers, and even though you may be wrong, you took a bold step. So that next time, you know for next time. Really, that's all it's about. Yes, it's a learning process, and fair enough, some people take more than once in order to succeed. So have that in mind next time you come up against a challenging prospect. Majority of people quit. They assess that there's not enough time, so they don't even bother to try. They don't even bother to carry out, with the time remaining, what they can do in order to get something, and they'd rather settle for nothing. It's about execution. When you can execute, then you know that you're on the right path. And how to execute? You identify the goals. You break down each goal into sub-goals, so that once each sub-goal is achieved, one goal is then achieved through the sub-goals. Time allocate as well. How long you think something's going to take you. If you overrun, you overrun. Then what do? You cut short your break time, or you reassess and you think, did I underestimate myself on how long it would take me? Probably. So you look forward into your schedule and you reorganize. You keep fighting. You don't give up. Giving up is too easy. Far too many people give up right before the last hurdle as well, right before that point of success. That's why people tend not to succeed, because they're too afraid of success. They're afraid of what others might think. They're afraid of how it might reflect on their life, how it might change them. They're afraid of change, which is stupid, because you don't want to stay dormant your whole life. Otherwise, you'd just be a rock. You're not a living creature. You're not a human being. You're just a human thing, aimlessly wandering around the world, reacting to everything rather than acting. firsthand. It was just bouncing, pinging off different things. So, in that respect, I got tonight and I got the weekend. Exams on Monday and Tuesday. I'll break it down into parts. I won't get overwhelmed. There was a point this week where I was anxious, but that's all calmed down now, because today it's about seeing what things you know, so you can not gloss over them, but you can run through them quicker and spend less time on that, considering you know it, and then seeing what holes you need to plug in grammar or in vocabulary, and just execute. How? By just taking the first step. Once you take the first step, the next step is easy. Probably the hardest step is the first step. It's the gaining momentum step. The next step after the first step will let you know that you've taken the first step already. So you can take the next step because you've got a basis, you've got a foundation from the first step. And the next step and the next step. And the more steps you take, the more foundation you build. The more confidence you get, the less distracted you get, and the more you'll thrive. It's about thriving. It's about knowing that you need to control your thoughts, and when you do that, what you think you can achieve and what you do achieve will come true. You think you're going to do well, you're going to do well. You think you're going to score a high mark, you're going to score a high mark. It's a case of having goals, and in order to achieve those goals, you need to take the first step.